Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. It's happening right about now. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has voiced out, saying, I am waiting patiently for the pronouncement, what we call the verdict of the Presidential Election Tribunal, result. He said, because I will not allow, okay, this manipulation that I'm hearing about to stand. If they use manipulation to retain Tinubu, what he said will happen will scare you. He said because he can hear that there are possibilities, with what he's hearing from where he's standing, that there are people who want to manipulate and use opportunity to do some things that may not be convenient, okay, that may not be right. He said because he said because as we speak right now, there are possibilities and there are things that are already being prepared as we speak already. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Breaking news. Our very own brother, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, has given a verdict, has spoken regarding the verdict of the Presidential Election Tribunal. It said, report reaching us is that there are persons who are looking for every way, humanly speaking, possible to ensure that they take over and they give a pronouncement of a result that may favor the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress. It said, but guess what? Such a thing will not be given opportunity to thrive or to stand. He said, because if that is allowed to go on, he will be forced to take the approach that may put Nigeria in a very position that all will know exactly what has happened. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar says there are people who are already trying to see the judges going. His information is reaching him is that there are people who are going, inviting the judges personally, secretly having them come to them or go to them. So that is not the way. And if there is a compromise in this result, he will be forced to take things, beyond you can imagine. He'll be forced to take things in the other way. So these are possibilities. These are part of the things that are going on, and with what he has heard, he's waiting patiently to see, what the verdict will be by next week. That already, as we speak, the report reaching him is that there are APC persons, there are people. Okay, he did not say who exactly they are working for, but there are people who are trying to compromise the integrity of what has happened, the whole election result, in order to favor a particular candidate. He said, and if that happens, he will have to take drastic actions. He said he will have to take drastic actions. He said because from what he sees right now, there are people who are trying their hardest best possible to ensure that, they get into that place. They are looking for every way, trying to navigate to ensure that they are the ones who are, who are taking over, taking charge. He said, but it will not be allowed to continue. But the only thing he said is that he's waiting patiently to see how, that result will truly be shaped, because he does not want to make conclusions, but just want to wait and see how, things will move on. So, my lovely people, it is what it is. If there's any time in the history of Nigeria where people should arise and do not allow the same thing to happen, this is that time. That time we've been talking about, this is that time, where Nigerians must become very, very, understanding and, work at it. According to her, I said that there is already concerns. A report reaching him already is that there are people who are looking for ways to ensure that they navigate and they do whatever they want to do in order for them to get a place. Okay, so it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is, and every single person needs to understand it. Okay, so this is the problem. This is the problem. So if Atiku is speaking like this, and I don't want to say that it's a sound of fear or uncertainty. Of course, it's uncertainty because we don't know if what will be the resultant effect of them being meeting secretly or privately. We don't know what will be the resultant effect. We don't really know. We don't know if they are already planning and they've already, hatched out and concluded plans to ensure that at the end of the day, they get their way. So when you look at the whole issue, you will sincerely get it and understand that there are issues. The Presidential Election Tribunal is something that Nigerians has been waiting for patiently. So it will be very wrong, beyond wrong, for some individuals to think that they can have their way and do whatever they want to do and get away with it. It will be very, very wrong. So if there's any time in the history where we all need to arise and ensure that the same thing does not continue, this is the time. Because whether you like it or not, there are people already. Okay? Imagine that you've been nominated a minister. Just imagine that you've already been nominated a minister. Would you want to do anything to stop that? You would like to be a minister. If another government comes, the whole ministerial thing is scrapped, because that person will have to nominate his own ministers he will work with, and you may not be put in there. So what would you as an individual do? Just put it in that context and see. Just contemporarize it and see. You understand? So that's exactly what is happening right now. Those are part of the issues that we are being faced with right now as we speak. There are people who will not want the status quo to change at all. They don't want it to change at all, at all. They want it to remain just the way it is because it profits them. But is that the right thing? Is that the right thing? That everything remain the way it is that the right thing? Should we continue with the same thing and expect a different result in terms of all that is going on? Or should we really, rise up and ensure that, lies are not continuously perpetrated and given the opportunity to manifest? Because once that is done, you'll be surprised what will follow. Once that is done, you'll be surprised how much more things can be altered and the whole process of which, of what will follow, the whole process of what will follow next. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Remember, you have a voice. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. And from us, it's bye for now. Bye-bye.